Such an illustrious panel. How about we jump right in? I know we're looking forward to this conversation. It's only fair that without further ado, I invite our session chair, Mr. Chetan Bhagat, once again onto the stage. A loud round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our panelists, our session chair. The general elections of 2024, who wins, who loses? Here we go.
So we'll talk about things which are important to the country. I think the 2024 elections is coming. We'll talk about that. Obviously, more from a South perspective. Annamalai sir, firstly, I don't meet politicians every day who have gone to IIM. You've gone to an IIM, you've done your IPS, and now you're doing this. And a very tough job to make the BJP progress in Tamil Nadu. Even though it's the BJP is the mighty BJP, in Tamil Nadu the progress has been slow. It's been there for sure. It's been progressing. I had Narayanan sir from your party in the earlier session. He said in 2026 we are winning in Tamil Nadu. Assembly election of Tamil Nadu winning. And I want you to comment on that. This recently your alliance partner, AIADMK, broke off. They've not said names, but they said, you know, the BJP Tamil Nadu leadership said something we didn't like about our leaders, which seems like a very soft reason to break off a very important alliance. So just want your views on that, on the 2026 and this alliance, and how it's all going to affect BJP in the national elections.
Chetanji, my vanakkam to you, my greetings to Annan Karthik Chidambaram avargal, Kavita Akka avargal, and all the eminent guests who have come here. I think you have mixed 4 or 5 questions together, and BJP Tamil Nadu is an ambitious party. There's nothing wrong with having an ambition. And of course, we got to do a lot of hard work. We have to cover a lot of miles to reach where we have to go. And Tamil Nadu, I'm sure you're watching the Tamil Nadu politics for a long time. It is always a nationalistic state. Congress was in power till 1967. We have a lot of national stalwarts in Tamil Nadu who made a mark, who added a lot of quality to Tamil Nadu politics. I'm sure the days are coming, but for that, BJP has to do a lot of things in the right way to reach the destination, but we are fairly confident in the coming time we should reach where we intend to go and what is the ambition we have for the party in Tamil Nadu. And 2024 is a very important election for the party because this is a very unique election for our country, because we are going to see a party which is in power for 10 years, and you're going to measure our performance over the last 10 years. You're going to validate what we have done over the last 10 years, and you're going to make a decision whether you're going to give us another 5 more years. I'm sure when BJP comes back to power in 2024, that is a time when BJP Tamil Nadu should really look forward to its growth. Because you've proven something at the national level. People have accepted your model of development. So 2024 to 2026 is very crucial for us, especially in a state like Tamil Nadu, where a lot of things are not right at this particular point of time. So 2024 is an inflection point for BJP Tamil Nadu also to reach its destination in 2026. So that is what I can convey now. And thirdly, with respect to the alliance, partners leaving, coming, it's part of politics. I think somebody said a week is too long in politics. Harold Wilson said, if I remember correctly, in UK. In Indian politics, I think 3 days is too long. A lot of things happen and churning happens. So I don't want to comment too much, read too much into what has happened. And come 2024, a lot of realignment will happen in a very natural way. And there are only 2 things you will have. One for Modi and one people against Modi. And I don't think there is going to be somebody in the middle and who's going to say neither here nor there. So let us wait and watch the next 7 months to go. I respect whatever the alliance partner said, our previous alliance partner. I don't want to give my comment to it because they made a decision. It is for them to make a statement, why and how. And I can't sit in a chair and make judgment about why they did it. But my job as BJP state president is to help grow the party here. And I'm focusing on it. So next 7 more months to go. And come November, December, a lot of realignment should happen. Let's wait for it.
No opinion polls are saying that yet, but let us for a thought experiment assume that INDI comes to power. It is a pleasant thought. It's pleasant thought for you, for sure. But let us look at it. It's a coalition government. There's no going to be one dominant party in there. So there's a huge coalition with a lot of small parties. And then there is some minister who's in some corruption issue, a big corruption scam or something, right? He or she belongs to one party. If you take action against them, they withdraw support, INDA crumbles. I mean, this is the same term which Prime Minister Manmohan Singh once said, coalition compulsions. He himself said it. Even though then Congress was a pretty dominant party in that coalition, INDIA will not have a party which will have that many. I mean, there'll be a lot of dependencies on the coalition partners. And if one misbehaves in a way, there's nothing that can be done. I mean, isn't that a design issue, or how do you see it?
First of all, my reading of the elections in Tamil Nadu for 2024 is very clear. I believe the India alliance, led by the DMK here, in which the Congress is a significant partner, will sweep the polls like we did in 2019. That be it. The reason being, Tamil Nadu does not subscribe to the Hindutva politics of the BJP. And the Hindutva of the BJP is a North Indian, upper class, Sanskritized, vegetarian version of Hindutva, which doesn't gel well with Tamil Nadu. So that being it, I believe the result in Tamil Nadu is going to be very, very clear. It's going to be for federalism, it's going to be for secularism, and it is going to be against this Hindutva model of governance which the BJP has. As far as the rest of India is concerned, I've always said that Indian elections are like a tennis match. Each set is independent of another set, and what happens in one state might not necessarily having a bearing on another state, and we have to look at the electoral grammar in each state before we come to any conclusions. As far as this coalition being, you're alluding to a potential problem a coalition government can have. Let me tell you one thing very clearly. A coalition government intrinsically is more democratic than a single party government. There is at least some collective leadership. There is debate and discussion among coalition partners. In a single party government, you'll always have government by diktat. Like what's happening here, demonetization, the finance minister of the day does not know about it. You know, withdrawal of the farm laws, the agriculture minister of the day does not know about it. So you will have that. But presuppose that a coalition government will have corruption and a single party government will not have corruption is erroneous. Because the greatest corruption this country is facing today is the crony capitalism which this government is practicing. So it is not as if, in fact, accountability will be greater. There will be greater pressure in a coalition government to be more accountable than a single party government. So I do not agree with your theory. While there will be contradictions and there will be compulsions within a coalition, but I do not presuppose that it will be somehow, in your opinion, more corrupt than a single party government, where blatant crony capitalism is happening today and nobody can speak about it. Neither can you in the media, nor there are alliance partners on paper. There are a few other political parties which are represented in the government. They can't really speak because the gearing is so bad. But in a more egalitarian coalition government, I think that debate and discussion will be far more and accountability also will be far more.
What's going on? No other party that originated from the South, or at least I can't remember them saying, okay, now we're going to go national, we're going to rename ourselves, we're not going to ally with NDA, INDIA. Just walk me through the thought process quickly on that. What's going on?
Thank you, Chetanji. Thank you, ABP, for having me here today. India is too vast and too diverse to say that either you are against someone or for someone, or at the same time saying that you have to be in either one of the national parties. That again has failed, that experiment. So that is why you've seen a TMC emerging. That's why you've seen a Naveen Patnaik ji emerging. That's why you've seen a Jagan emerging. That's why you've seen a KCR emerging. So in India, when there are versatilities and diversities which are not respected enough, there will be agitations in the regional space, and that is how many regional parties have come to force today. Now, having said that, regional parties have certainly performed better than both of these national parties. That is a matter of fact. When you look at the growth strategy of Telangana or growth strategy of any other state compared to the nation, we have done far better. Having said that, if two parties have had a chance for 75 years to perform at the national level and have repeatedly failed the nation, or I would say not failed the nation, but maybe they have not tapped the potential of the nation enough, We believe as new political alternative, as a third party, which can work pan-India and provide with a development model. Whatever we have done in Telangana, we have that model to be able to be replicated across the nation. We have a proof of concept. It worked in Telangana. In 10 years, we jumped from 1.2 lakh per capita to now 3.7 lakh per capita, which is the highest in the country. So obviously, we've done something right in the last 10 years. From 66 lakhs of irrigation, we are now irrigating around 2 crore acres. So we have done something very right in the last 10 years. And we believe this model can be emulated across the nation. And that is why we are neither with them, with INDA or Congress, or neither with BJP. Because both of them had a chance to go at it at the national level. And both of them, I believe, did not perform to the potential that they could have.
So both have disappointed you.
Absolutely.
But once the result...
Not me, as in the people of the nation.
Yes. And once the results come, though, of the elections, and let us say BRS is in a position to, there's a word called game changer, kingmaker, or like just a contributor. Are you then open to alliance with someone, or
Well, it's not only BRS. The game changers will be leaders like Mamata Banerjee, Naveen Patnaik, Jagan Mohan Reddy, KCR. All of these leaders who independently can garner many, many seats. Anyone could emerge as a game changer, not BRS. And I strongly believe that after the election of these 5 states, INDIA might crumble down. There is a possibility that various discussions might emerge. The results might change the opinion of many parties within INDIA. NDA per se does not have many parties which have a greater vote share as of now, except the BJP. So it might stay intact, but INDIA might crumble. So in this nation, we've seen post-poll alliances have worked and formed government and ran a stable government, like PV Narasimha Rao, etc. So pre-poll alliances historically have not been very successful. And that is precisely why I believe after these 5 state elections, every party will rethink their strategy as to should we remain in INDIA, should we go for an independent election, how can we garner maximum number of seats. So you'll have more bargaining capacity post-2024 election.
The India Alliance has met 3 times, formally. Once in Patna, the second time in Bangalore, and the third time in Bombay. And every time we have met, our numbers have only increased and our coordination is getting better. And in this assembly election, all constituents of INDIA are not stakeholders in these elections. Primarily, it is the Congress party, which is prevalent in all the 5 states which are going to go poll. The results of the poll will obviously be either a shot in the arm or a disappointment, the way the results come. But the alliance is not going to crumble. The purpose of the alliance is to unseat this fascist, anti-federal government from the center. That is the purpose.
Just letting you answer that why they want you to go.
The problem with Congress is they are so power hungry. They want to imagine a mic as a Sengol. They can keep dreaming. And for them, everything looks Sengol when they walk around, because that is the impact Sengol has made in Tamil Nadu. And the kind of respect Sengol has got, it has got a pride of place in the central hall of parliament. Now, my friend Karthik Chidambaram Anna used a word called fascist. Madam Indira Gandhi used Article 356. She alone used it 50 times. Congress party used it 91 times. Madam Indira Gandhi used it 50 times. Congress party alone used it 91 times. Flimsy reasons. Rajiv Gandhi ji will be in Bangalore airport. By the time he boards a plane, before he lands in Delhi, the Karnataka CM is gone. Now, if there is a classic definition for fascism, it is the Congress party which was there. Now, we also mentioned a point, a coalition arrangement by its very nature is very accommodative. Like a true democracy, you can have different voices. The GDP of our country till 2014, when we took over, sir, when Modi ji came, it was $1.87 trillion. You had the Harvard economists, you had some of the best minds, allegedly best minds. Now we doubled it in about 9 years. It's about 3.75 trillion now. The growth rate we have seen whenever a coalition government has come, where nobody dictates anything. When Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister, what did our A. Raja Anna do? He was making his own policy. The Prime Minister writes a letter who's against the first come, first serve policy. He overrules the Prime Minister and brings that first come, first serve. That's the whole 2G scam allegation. Now the people of India are very clear. They want a very decisive government. Over the last 10 years they have seen. You want a decisive government. Across the world, this is the lesson democracy is teaching us. We need a decisive government. The growth rate now, IMF says, India is about 6.3%. Next 10 years, we'll be the #1 country in terms of growth rate.
Thank you so much, guys, for your passionate, like really passionate, very, very enjoyable session. Wish you all the best. The people will ultimately decide and the numbers will be out, but good. Thank you so much.
I'd like to extend a very special thanks on behalf of ABP Network to all our speakers. This session, thank you so much.
I thank ABP Network for giving me the topic, the Tamil Nadu model, what India can learn. This conclave is aptly named the Southern Rising Summit 2023. Yes, the South is rising. Especially Tamil Nadu has not just been rising, but also guiding the Indian subcontinent. For the last 50 years, the South Indian states have grown faster than the national average. Tamil Nadu has achieved a phenomenal growth in industrial sector too. Tamil Nadu is the first state in India to frame an IT policy as early as 1997 and introduce a need-based computer education in education institutions in big way. We are one of the top economies of the country. We are competing with Maharashtra in the field of industrial development. In my view, one of the most important factors that contributed to this faster growth was the linguistic flexibility and acceptance of English. In 1960s, when there was an effort to remove English from being the official language in India, the DMK was in the forefront of the fight against Hindi imposition. The DMK cadres across the state protested and made it a people's movement and prevented the linguistic chauvinism. We succeeded in retaining English as an official language. The results of the successful resistance are evident from the growth Tamil Nadu has achieved recently. Our people have gone places, from NASA to Silicon Valley Big Tech. You name it, you see Indians, mainly Tamilians, occupying important positions. The most recent examples one could cite for Tamil Nadu's illustrious growth story is the contribution of state-educated Tamil Nadu scientists in the numerous ISRO missions in the recent decade. From Chandrayaan-1 project director, Thiru Mailsami Annadurai, to Thiru Veeramuthuvel, the brain behind Chandrayaan-3 mission, and not to mention Ms. Nihar Shaji, the project director of Aditya L1, the state has produced one of the best talents in the field of space science. I studied in the state board Tamil medium school and attained this height, Thiru Veeramuthuvel said in a felicitation event arranged by the Tamil Nadu government. They are also our answer to those who question the linguistic policy and the growth formula of the Dravidian model. The growth story and vision of the Dravidian model, in fact, did not stop with working great thinkers and scientists and trained skilled youths. The Dravidian model of Tamil Nadu, particularly our visionary leaders, late Tandai Periyar, Perungar Anna, and Dr. Kalaignar, piloted some of the reformatory and revolutionary changes in the state. I would like to point out a few. Legalizing self-respect marriages in 1967, in the first tenure of the DMK government, Supreme Court has upheld similar legislation only recently. Nationalization of buses in 1970s, providing free spectacles to rural people, inheritance rights of women in ancestral property, which was again upheld by the Supreme Court a few years ago, was legislated by Kalaignar in 1989. I would like to conclude my speech with a famous quote of a great leader, Perungar Anna. Anna said, "Go to the people, live among them, learn from them, save them, serve them, plan with them, start with what they know, build with what they have." Our Honorable Chief Minister is following what Perungar Anna has said 6 decades ago and running a people-centric and public welfare government. I sincerely wish the media up north would be more accommodative and democratic in engaging the Southerners like us and change the wrong perception of Tamil Nadu in the interest of the nation. Tamil Nadu, mainly DMK, and our people will continue to contribute to the national development. Thank you. Vanakkam.